Hello, here we are. Game 2, match 1. There are games and matches, aren't there? That is what they are. Yeah. It says game over on the left. I'm going to believe it. So here we are back again. Waiting on our opponent to decide whether or not to go first. Imagine he's going first here, being a Rakdos deck. Just a guess. Maybe he's a really controlling Rakdos deck with just loads of Augur Sprees and what's the most expensive spell Rakdos would play? Like 2 Terror Swarms as his win condition. That's the 5/5 Scavenge Worm. They're like his only win condition, and he's just got nothing but removal beyond that. And obviously the cards we saw last game. I don't imagine that's actually the case. Have I lost connection to the internet? Nope. Have I lost connection to Modo at all? Normally Modo crashes when I lose connection to the internet, but you can never be sure. Nope. That's me. That's my lack of clan. Okay, we're off. On the draw, I'm going to keep this. My reasoning is if I draw any land, I can get blue mana off my Izzet Key Rune. I've got a Pegasus and a Swift Justice, 2 of my sideboard cards against him, which I think are going to be good. Yeah, I think this hand is fine. The 2 in Action Junctions cycle if I find blue mana, so that's good for me. He doesn't have a 1-drop, also good. Open with the Plains here, for no real reason. Yeah, I don't have any multicolored 2-drops in my deck that I can think of. Someone's going to correct me in comments or something, and I'll look like a moron. Let's go with the mountain here. Into Pegasus. Off you go. The question is, if he plays nothing, do I attack with the Pegasus? That's a tricky one. Probably dead rather? No, Key Rune. Yeah, it's not worth attacking with the Pegasus. No, it is worth attacking with the Pegasus. Things with haste he could have are like the Rakdos Dog, which I wouldn't block with the Pegasus. And similar cards. I'm going to play my Key Rune here. So now my hand looks a little dorkier, just because I don't have any creatures left. And I haven't drawn particularly well. The first land was good, but past that, now that's beautiful. Hopefully he just attacks with that next turn. Yeah, I'm not going to Inaction Injunction that. I'm just going to play my land and pass. In the hope that he attacks, I can Swift Justice it away, gain 2 life, trade my Swift Justice for his Cold Boot, and then Inspiration on end of turn. Might Inspiration before the Swift Justice? Just because then it looks less suspicious. Could have Inspiration on my turn, then I'd look really unsuspicious. I might draw something better. But, so now I block. Oh no! Look out! He's got an Ion Blaster. He doesn't. He's just got like a sword and some Justice. So here I gain 2 life, I eat a Cobble Boot. If all goes to plan. If he has an Augur Spree, I get slightly 2 for 1, and I prevented 5 damage. Not as good, but then I make a Frosty weird, and I Inaction Injunction his guy. Oop, looks like he does have the Augur Spree, so that's a shame. No, Annihilating Fire, sure. But at the end of the day, I had him use a removal spell on my 1/3 flyer. Which, while I'm not fine with, I'm not abundantly unokay with. I'm going to take out an Injunction against that Cobble Boot. I have a feeling this game I may well be taking out a Super Injunction against that Cold Boot. Do not like the fact that he has it. Here, I could be inspired once again, but I think I'm just going to make a Guildgate and a Weird. Because there's time to be inspired later, but in the meantime, I don't want to be hit by the Rakdos Key Rune. And this does a good job blocking the Key Rune if he wants to get in there with it. I mean, I haven't got a ton going on over here, but I've got draws. I've got Sphinxes and Conjured Currencies. So here, Conjured Currency would be fine. I'll take your Cold Boot. Ooh, does he have something? Removal? Yeah, just Augur Spree the Weird. Oh well, that was bound to get the Weird one day. Gets in there for 3, so he's not taking massive advantage of it. Shit, what's this? But he's not getting in there with the Key Rune this turn, he's just making a 6/4. It's just a little 6/4. So here, let's see, I take out an injunction against the 6/4. I draw one card. I play a land. I wake up the key rune. I block the Cobble Brute. Trading key with Cobble Brute is something I'm fine to do here. If I play a land, I probably play the Promenade, which I can do. Yeah. Yeah, if I injunction that. I mean, I want to cast Inspiration at some point here, but I've got a ton of mana going on. So. Ooh. And now, in the future, there's going to be something I can do. It's the good news. Play the Promenade. Not the best land here, but, I mean, it's better here than it would be elsewhere. My brother did once tell me a story of when he played Transguild Promenade at the pre-release on turn 1. This is not a land you can play on turn 1. Do not play your Transguild Promenades on turn 1. So here I'll try and trade the key in for the Cobble Brute if he lets me. Probably he could just get in there with the Vakdov's key rune. No, he's not. What's his 5-drop then? Another Vixmati Guildmage? I'm fine with that. I've got Sphinx. The Sphinx doesn't actually block the Guildmage particularly successfully. Or I suppose do not make red mana off that. Cancel. It'd be so much easier if I wasn't lagging. I'm not actually behind on the clock though, so the lag clearly hasn't affected me too badly. Or the kind of the meta lag you get because you're having to talk whilst you play, and having to talk whilst you play uses up cognitive faculties that could be spent on making good plays. Okay, I take 5. Sometimes they have Electricity. What can I say? I could make a Sphinx, in which case I take 6, 7, 8, 9 potentially next turn, but probably just 6. Or I could arrest his spawn, take 8 next turn at Inspiration. I think getting the Sphinx down is important. Because the Sphinx, like the big dragon that it is just gonna pose a huge threat that he can't really deal with. I'm putting him on having no removal left. If he has Launch Party in hand, that gets the Sphinx, but none of his removal that I've seen so far does. He can't kill it with August Spree, he can't kill it with Annihilating Fire, both of which I've already seen this game. And you know, if he flings Vakdov's key rune at my Sphinx, say, it's not the end of the world. I take 11 down to 4. It is pretty much the end of the world, granted. I need to draw a creature that costs 5 or less to not lose at that point. If he attacks, I totally just block the Cobble Brute. If he attacks with just the spawn, I take it down to 9. It's annoying. I hate going to 9. You know, it's Vakdos. If he could just double flame me out, but it's a risk I have to take here. Next turn I'll arrest the spawn or something bigger if he plays it. I'm just going to Inspiration before I arrest in case I draw something better. Really? Okay. The double spawn draw. Ooh! Okay, sometimes you top deck really, really well. This is one of those times. Detention Sphere, for those of you who've never played the card. Detention Sphere is like an O-ring. I exile target non-land permanent, but I also get to exile all non-land permanents that share as much as a name with that permanent. And what's in a name? I hear you say. Well, in a name there's the ability to be gotten by Detention Sphere. Not normally a 2 for on that card. I'm just playing it as an expensive O-ring. I'm not going to get in there with my Sphinx here, because I'm going to Inspiration at the end of turn. I could arrest his Cobble Brute and smash for 5, and put him on a real clock, but then I take 3 from the key rune, among other things. Did I F6? I shouldn't have F6, F3. Oh, he's waking up the key rune. What has he got? Shit, can he burn me out? Next with just key rune. I imagine he's got some sort of removal for Sphinx. I don't think he can burn me out from 6. I know he can burn me out from 5. I can't see him doing this if he didn't have some sort of removal for Sphinx. Yeah. If it didn't have First Strike, then I'd probably take it. Since I could then... Well... If he has 3 damage to